So a small group is just a group of people who come together and meet every week. It's a Bible discussion, not a Bible study. So just like a typical night it's about 2 hours. So we'll come and we'll just like eat food together and hang out and just ask each other like how we're doing. And then we just we'll like get in the Bible together and we'll like read a passage. And it's not necessarily for like doctrine, but it's an opportunity to just look at the Bible and see like how do we apply this to our lives.
I'm not super heavily involved in it, but like I'll go to Hillel and Chabad and celebrate some of the major holidays. I love Hanukkah. Passover is the best. Its story is so crazy and intense. Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. I don't know, I found a decent amount of Jewish people because we just kind of tend to find each other. I have found throughout life people who just sort of coagulate. Jewish people and queer people, of which I am both.
I've been the president for MSA for a year now. There's a lot of responsibilities since the community is not from one place. We have a diverse community, Muslim community.
We create opportunities for people to grow spiritually by understanding what they truly believe, understanding how what they do expresses what they believe, reflecting on the places where what they say they believe doesn't really match up with what they do, and working to make them match up better, either by changing what they say they believe or by changing what they do.
I had never had a group of people that shared the same faith as me before, so it was really fun just having like good conversations and just holding each other accountable to things and just talking about what we believe. And I definitely have a lot of friends now that I probably wouldn't have, and I have a beautiful church family who can cook you food and like come change your tire when it's flat. So I definitely have like a group of people that I can rely on, and I know they're always there.
I feel it's important because I feel there's some students out there doesn't know about the Islam, what Islam really is. They have misconception about Islam because of the media. So I feel it is important to be involved and send the right message about Islam and educate people about Islam.
I didn't really have a Jewish group beyond my family and a couple of friends in high school. So having Hillel and Chabad is actually really nice. I mean, I go there to hang out with other Jewish people, not exactly for the religious stuff, although it is fun to talk about because we have some cool stuff. And I don't know, I don't think that I fully understood Jewishness as an ethno-religion until I got to college.
We put people face to face with folks they normally would not consider part of their community. You meet all kinds of people here. People who embrace different worldviews and hold different value sets. And it's very easy for, without those kinds of relationships, those kinds of encounters, it's easy to kind of other those people, to lump them into a group and say, oh, it's those people who aren't like us.
I definitely don't try to hide my faith. I'm not one of those people who will like throw it in your face when it's not relevant, but if I ever have the opportunity to bring it up in class, or even just say like, I went to church this weekend, or my small group's hanging out tonight, just like casually bring it in to conversation. God's been really graceful to me, and he hasn't really given me like bad experiences toward it. I've definitely had people who just kind of like nod and don't say anything, but I've definitely never felt like, I don't know, like left out or like discriminated against because of it.
We have to remind each other like we are having a culture, and at the same time we have to interact with Athens culture, with American culture. But we have to interact in the right way. I mean, we don't have to alter our culture, we have to stick with our culture. At the same time, we have to accept the American culture as well, and we have to live with it.
The important thing is to respect both sides. If there is respect from both sides, then everyone will live in peace.
I'm gonna have to go with a soft no, probably a hard no on that. I could pass as not Jewish religiously or ethnically if I wanted to. But I very often worry for my hijabi friends of getting like just nasty comments thrown at them. I don't always feel super safe as a Jew just in general because the world we live in and the rise of the alt-right Nazis. And I don't know, the whole Meghan Marzak debacle was concerning.
In my point of view, I've been here for 5 years. I think they are supportive. They are supporting us to a certain point, like especially when the ban have been issued. There have been a lot of stuff going in university, like trying to make sure that we are okay in here, and they have put some like support stuff for us, like the International Student Office. They usually send us an email, reminders about the updates and what we should do, what we should avoid. But there is some stuff that's kind of forgotten, or it's kind of not taken care of as much as it should be. Like we have celebrations, 2 celebrations, Muslim celebrations a year, 2 of them, which is Eid al-Adha and Eid al-Fitr. We don't have any break for these 2 days, where we should have some breaks, at least 1 day for that one, to celebrate and to feel that we are, living in the same country like our country.
I don't think they're unsupportive. I think they do a good job providing varieties for other students if like Christianity's not what they identify with. I wouldn't say they're definitely like pushing religion, but I don't think they hinder it either.
A lot of times I find in my conversations with OU administrators real wariness to any kind of involvement with or endorsement of religious life or religious entities because of a concern that they'll somehow run afoul of that idea of separation of church and state.
Words on the College Gateway say, religion, morality, and knowledge being necessary to good government and the happiness of mankind, schools and the means of education shall forever be encouraged, and that's from the ordinance of 1787. How do you personally feel about these words, or what do they mean to you, if they mean anything?
Of course, those are important because if someone ruling something, there will be a bias. But if God ruling something, if the rule of God is applied for everyone, God will not be a bias. So I think that's very important, to avoid being biased and avoid stereotypes and these stuff. So I think, yeah, that's very important, and I like that statement.
I think I'm very much in agreement with the idea that religion and morality are essential to creating the society we envision for ourselves and for others. The fact that that's emblazoned over the college gate, I think, it represents an encouraging and inclusive view of the whole experience of the students who come here to study.
I definitely think it shows that as a culture we've made progress, that we want to allow people to believe what they want, and we're very open and we're not critical against people who aren't like-minded to us. And I think it's really interesting that, I guess I don't know what faith the people who originally said that came from, but I think it's interesting that the way they describe faith is that it's all-encompassing, like it really intercedes on every part of life, and I would definitely agree with that. So I'd be curious to hear what they believed as they made it.
I feel a little about them because literally just for including the word religion, because I feel like that implies that you believe in a or many gods, and I don't think that that's necessary for the world to run. It can bring people a lot of comfort, and it can be a positive force that makes people better people, but saying that it's absolutely necessary, I don't think is true.
We've made some progress in expanding the ways that the university can support spiritual life on campus. There's more to do, but I think we'll do it.